I was one of the Native American children, adopted at birth and removed from our country's Indian reservation system. I was raised in a small middle-class farming community, but was never told of my true American Indian heritage. It was still taboo back in those early days. The years passed, and in 1987 I lost both parents. While going through their personal belongings, my wife discovered my adoption papers and she began a search. 5 years later, I was reunited with my biological Lakota family living on the lower Brule Sioux Indian Reservation of South Dakota. I am a son of two mothers and a product of two worlds that had collided, but I have an equal amount of love and pride for both. I'm Paul LaRoche, and the stories you are about to see are an attempt to share this true American story of a hidden heritage.
Welcome to Hidden Heritage, where we explore the rich tapestry of Native American stories, traditions, and cultural treasures. I'm Paul LaRoche, and today we'll get into the beautiful and meaningful tradition of the Lakota Star Quilt, a story woven with threads of artistry, community, and symbolism. While visiting our new family during our first Christmas on the reservation, we were presented with a beautiful Lakota Star Quilt. Since this is a podcast and not a video, I'll try to describe the Star Quilt for you. It was about 6 feet by 6 feet square. On the backing was a typical quilting pattern with several colors. But on the front, there was a large Lakota star. The star has 8 points, 2 pointing each of the 4 directions, and the star itself covers the entire surface of the front of the quilt. The quilt was multicolored with interesting geometrical patterns. Each star is a little different and left up to the quilter's imagination and creativity. Ours was a unique design because interweaved in the star was a buffalo. And across the buffalo was the pipe, or the peace pipe as most people know it by. The buffalo and the pipe were designed so seamlessly with the star that you had to look close to see all the actual images. When presented to us, the quilt was wrapped across our shoulders and Kathy and I held the corners. After several pictures were taken and the explanation was given, we had time to grasp the full beauty of this special gift. It was a new experience for my family and I, but we quickly came to understand the significance of the Star Quilt. The Star Quilt holds a special place in the hearts of the Lakota people. But quilting itself wasn't always a part of the Native American traditions. It came into existence during a time of great change. When European settlers and missionaries introduced quilting techniques, the Lakota, known for their adaptability and creativity, made this foreign craft uniquely their own. The original art of crafting buffalo robes was a sacred process for the Plains tribes, including the Lakota. These robes, often painted with intricate designs, told stories, honored warriors, and carried a deep spiritual significance. But as the buffalo became scarce, the Lakota transformed their artistic expression, channeling it into quilting techniques that they had learned. Why the star pattern? Well, the 8-pointed star that graces these quilts is often said to represent the morning star, a powerful symbol in Lakota spirituality. The morning star brings a new day and is associated with guidance, hope, and a connection to the ancestors. The pattern also reflects the traditional beadwork and geometric designs that have long been a hallmark of the Lakota artistry. For the Lakota, the Star Quilt is far more than a blanket. It's a gift embedded with love, respect, and blessings. It is often presented at significant life events such as births, graduations, marriages, and even funerals. To receive a star quilt is to be wrapped in the warmth of the community and the protection of the ancestors. The act of giving a star quilt is deeply ceremonial. It is not just a gift, but a gesture of the highest honor. When presented, the quilt embodies the values of generosity, respect, and connection, the very fabric of the Lakota culture. In funerals, quilts are often draped over the caskets or used to cover sacred bundles, serving as a final gesture of love for those who have passed on. The star quilt, given to honor individuals at birth and other milestones throughout their life, as well as at giveaways, is a traditional emblem, a source of pride, and an item of tribal identity. Receiving a star blanket brings good dreams, prosperity, and protection. The star does not only represent the morning star, but it's also known as the Creator's eye. Therefore, when the Creator is with you, covering you, you are forever safe. Today, the star quilt remains a vibrant symbol of Lakota identity. Quilting groups across reservations continue to craft these works of art, each quilt carrying its maker's unique story and prayers. The quilts also find their way into art galleries and museums, celebrated for their beauty and cultural significance. For many, the star quilt is a way to bridge the past and the present, a tangible connection to the wisdom of the ancestors while adapting to the world of today. After receiving our star quilt on that first Christmas visit, we had time to reflect on the honoring. I asked about the significance of the buffalo and the peace pipe, and, well, here's what I learned. Regarding the buffalo, years ago the bison or Tatanka was the greatest source of life and energy. I was told the story about Tatanka and his relationship with his brothers, the Lakota. According to legend, at one time man was weak. He had eaten his fill of roots and herbs and berries. But he was still weak. And though he wrapped himself in grasses, he was cold. In the end, he was desperate, both for himself and for his wife and children, for the winter was coming. In his suffering, he fell face down onto Mother Earth and he prayed. He opened his heart to the Creator and he was heard. Out of the midst, his brother Tatanka came toward him. Tatanka said nothing at first. He only looked. But then he had pity. "My brother," said Tatanka, "listen to me. We are all children of one Father, and we share with each other. I see you are weak, but I am strong. You are cold, and I am warm. Your whole body is pitiful. Your fingers cannot help you to dig for food. Listen, my brother, I will make you a sacred promise. I will take care of you. I will do what the Creator expects of us who are related. Listen to me carefully, and from now on do as I tell you. For your food I will give you my flesh. Take it. For your clothing and covering I will give you my skin. Take it also. For tools I will give you my bones. Take them. Only remember that our Father, the Creator of all of us, is watching, that you use all these things right and with a blessing. When you need me, stand high on a hill and call. I will come. When you have taken what you need from me and from my other brothers, stand on that same high hill and give thanks. Do not give thanks to me or to us, because we do what is required. Give thanks to the Creator, who makes all of us healthy and gives all of us a promise of happiness. Leave a mark there on the hilltop to show that you have given thanks, and everyone will know that you and your family are worthy people. And so that is how it was. Before the hunt, the camp leader stood on a hill and called to Tatanka. "Listen, brother, we are here, and we need what you have to share with us. Come, let us take your strength into us." And Tatanka came. When the hunt was finished, the first flesh was lifted up in a ceremony of public thanks. The hide was tanned and made into a covering. The covering was given at important times of life, at birth, at marriage, and at death. It was painted with the earth's colors into a bright star, God's eye. When the Creator is with you, covering you, watching you, you are forever safe. And so that's the story that we were told. They concluded. As this great land was settled, Tatanka faced near extinction, and so did his brother, the Lakota. Women today have only cloth of which to make God's eye, but they have not forgotten their power to make a blessing, nor to bring God into their children and their family. The pride of every Lakota home is God's eye, the Morning Star Quilt. It lies folded to wait as a gift, and it covers the beds. It wraps the dead. It makes sacred whatever it covers. It is a visible image that holds an invisible reality. And then we asked about the pipe that was in the Star Quilt, and we got another story. In regards to the pipe, many people associate Native American pipes with the term peace pipe, but this is not correct. Early American settlers and soldiers noticed the pipe being smoked at treaty signings, resulting in their misunderstanding of the pipe as something done only to symbolize peace. The pipe is the primary source of communication between the spirit world and human beings. And the pipe's many roles in the lives of numerous tribal nations has been far more significant than simply marking the signing of treaties. However, the pipe's power was not confined to ceremonies and rituals. It had other great power as well. Another story that was told is from the life of the famous Hunkpapa Lakota leader, Sitting Bull. According to legend, Sitting Bull had become responsible for an extended family that had grown rather large. As a result, his mother requested that he restrain himself in battle and not be as aggressive so as to prevent major injury or death. He did as she asked. But his hard-earned reputation as a fierce warrior suffered when the other men noticed his hesitation on the battlefield. Then, in 1872, the Lakota warriors attempted to block construction of the railroad near Yellowstone River. The U.S. Army was there to provide protection for the railroad, and a battle ensued. As the battle turned into a standoff, the Oglala Lakota warrior, Crazy Horse, displayed his bravery by riding out in front of the soldiers armed only with a spear. Then Sitting Bull stepped forward. He put his rifle on the ground and walked towards the line of soldiers with just his pipe. The soldiers began firing, and with bullets kicking up their dirt around him, Sitting Bull sat down and shouted back to his fellow warriors. He said, "Whoever wishes to smoke, come with me. Come forward." Only 4 men, including Sitting Bull's nephew, White Bull, sat with him as the bullets whizzed past their heads and hit the ground at their feet and legs. The 4 men anxiously smoked as fast as they could, but noting that Sitting Bull just sat and looked around and smoked peacefully. After smoking the pipe, Sitting Bull calmly picked up a stick and cleaned out the pipe bowl before standing up. He then turned and at a leisurely pace walked back towards home as the bullets hit the dirt behind him. The Lakota warriors were in awe that not one bullet struck him during the entire episode, and he had shown no fear. As White Bull later recalled, this was the most brave deed possible, even more than counting coup. Smoking the pipe in the midst of battle restored Sitting Bull's reputation among the other warriors. The appearance of smoking the pipe was a peaceful one, but in the context of battle it required courage, confidence, and defiance. The oversimplification of the sacred pipe as simply a peace pipe misses the many roles and context in which it has supported the lives of countless Native Americans for centuries. Over the years, we have followed the tradition that we learned that first Christmas on the reservation, and we have made numerous Star Quilt presentations ourselves, each representation being a gesture of friendship, honor, and reconciliation of the cultures. As we move through this holiday season, a time of giving and gratitude, the Star Quilt reminds us of the importance of connection, resilience, and community. It is a testament to the Lakota people's enduring spirit and their ability to weave beauty and meaning into every aspect of life. Thank you for joining me today on Hidden Heritage. I'm Paul LaRoche, and I wish you warmth, love, and inspiration during this season and beyond.